Yo, what's good, ThriveBit fam? Welcome to ThriveBit by Andy, your go-to YouTube podcast for business hacks, personal growth, and the motivation you need to crush it. I'm Andy, and you're not just watching a video, you're investing in your future. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let's get you leveled up. All right, let's dive into something real today. Ever felt like you're stuck in a room full of people who act like they've got life all figured out? Maybe it's your boss, your parents, or even that one friend who's always dishing out advice like they wrote the rule book on success. But deep down, you know something's off. They're not growing. They're not pushing boundaries. They're just stuck. And the worst part? They're trying to pull you into that same trap. They tell you to wait your turn, follow the system, or play it safe. But here's the truth. That's the exact mindset keeping them from leveling up. And if you're not careful, it'll hold you back too. Today, we're talking about how to outgrow everyone, quietly, strategically, and unapologetically. This isn't about being loud or flexing on social media. It's about putting in the work, shifting your mindset, and leaving everyone else in the dust while they're still debating whether you're ready. By the time they notice, you'll be so far ahead they won't even know how to catch up. So, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and let's break down the 3 steps to outgrow everyone and build the life you actually want. Step 1. Audit your circle. First things first, you've got to audit your circle. The people you surround yourself with, they're either lifting you up or dragging you down. There's no in-between. Think about it. If you're constantly around people who complain, who are scared of change, or who are obsessed with staying comfortable, you're going to absorb that energy. It's like trying to run a marathon while carrying a backpack full of rocks. You might move forward, but it's going to be slow, painful, and exhausting. So, how do you audit your circle? Start by asking yourself some hard questions. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Are they pushing you to be better, or are they holding you back? Do they celebrate your wins, or do they subtly shade you when you talk about your dreams? Are they stuck in the past, always reminiscing about the good old days, or are they out there chasing new opportunities? If you're surrounded by people who are content with mediocrity, who complain about their job but never do anything to change it, or who roll their eyes when you talk about starting a side hustle, those are red flags. Now, I'm not saying you need to cut everyone out of your life overnight. That's not realistic, and sometimes these people are family or coworkers you can't just ghost. But you can create distance. Limit the time you spend with them. Stop sharing your big ideas with people who don't get it. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Instead, start seeking out people who inspire you. Find the ones who are already living the life you want or at least working toward it. These could be mentors, peers, or even online communities. Join groups, attend events, or slide into the DMs of someone you admire, respectfully, of course. Surround yourself with people who make you feel like your goals are possible, not crazy. Here's a pro tip. Don't just look for people who are loud or flashy. Social media is full of folks pretending they've made it, but real growth comes from connecting with people who have actual results. Look for the quiet hustlers, the ones who are too busy building their empire to post about it every day. That's the energy you want to absorb. Step 2. Study the winners. Okay, so you've audited your circle and you're starting to surround yourself with the right people. Now what? Step 2 is to study the winners, not the wannabes, not the influencers with rented Lambos, but the people who are actually crushing it in the areas you care about. Want to start a business? Find entrepreneurs who've built something real. Want to get in shape? Study athletes or fitness coaches who walk the walk. Want to master your mindset? Look for thought leaders who've overcome real challenges, not just posted motivational quotes. Here's the thing. Success leaves clues. The people who are where you want to be, they didn't get there by accident. They have specific habits, mindsets, and strategies that you can learn from. So, become a student of their game. Watch how they think. How do they handle setbacks? Do they panic when things go wrong, or do they stay calm and pivot? Pay attention to how they act. Are they disciplined with their time? Do they prioritize learning over Netflix binges? And most importantly, study how they handle failure. Because here's a secret. The biggest difference between winners and everyone else is that winners don't let failure stop them. They learn from it, adjust, and keep going. You don't need to reinvent the wheel here. If someone's already succeeded in the area you're chasing, their path is like a blueprint. You don't have to copy them exactly. Your journey's going to be unique, but you can borrow their best practices. Read their books, listen to their interviews, watch their YouTube videos, or if you're lucky, talk to them directly. Take notes. Break down what they do into actionable steps. For example, if you're studying a successful entrepreneur, you might notice they wake up at 5 a.m. to plan their day, they're obsessed with customer feedback, and they're not afraid to take calculated risks. Those are things you can start doing too. One thing to watch out for: don't get caught up in the highlight reel. Social media makes it easy to think successful people have it all together, but that's not true. They've got struggles, doubts, and failures just like you. The difference is, they don't let those things define them. So, when you're studying winners, don't just focus on their wins. Focus on how they got through the messy stuff. That's where the real lessons are. Step 3. Execute daily. Now we're at the most important step. Execute daily. This is where the rubber meets the road. You can audit your circle, study the winners, and have all the inspiration in the world. But if you don't take action, you're just dreaming. Most people talk a big game. They've got vision boards, 5-year plans, and a whole lot of someday goals. But the people who outgrow everyone, they don't wait for someday. They do something every single day to move the needle. Execution doesn't have to mean massive, life-changing moves. It's about consistent, small actions that compound over time. Want to start a business? Spend 30 minutes a day researching your market or building a website. Want to get better at public speaking? Practice one speech a week in front of a mirror. Want to improve your mindset? Journal for 10 minutes every morning. The key is to make progress a habit. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Here's a truth bomb. Most people stop growing by their mid-20s. Not because they're old, but because they stop pushing themselves. They get comfortable. They settle into routines, jobs, or relationships that don't challenge them. They let society's expectations, or their own fears, cap their potential. But you're different. You're not here to settle. You're here to outgrow that mindset and everyone who's bought into it. So, how do you stay consistent? Start by setting clear, specific goals. None of this, "I want to be successful" vagueness. Get specific. I'm going to save $5,000 for my startup by December. Or, I'm going to read one business book a month. Then break those goals into daily or weekly tasks. Use tools like a planner, a habit tracker, or even a simple to-do list to keep yourself accountable. And don't be afraid to start small. Small wins build momentum, and momentum is what separates you from the crowd. Another tip: protect your focus. The world is full of distractions, social media, drama, endless notifications. If you want to execute daily, you've got to guard your time like it's gold. Set boundaries. Say no to things that don't align with your goals. And when you mess up, because you will, don't beat yourself up. Just get back on track the next day. The mindset shift. Let's zoom out for a second. Outgrowing everyone isn't just about what you do, it's about how you think. Your mindset is what makes you older or younger than the people around you, not your birth year. Most people get stuck because they cling to outdated beliefs. They think they need permission to chase their dreams. They think they need to follow a certain path: college, job, marriage, house, because that's what society tells them. But you're rewriting the script. To outgrow everyone, you've got to embrace a growth mindset. That means seeing challenges as opportunities, not roadblocks. It means being okay with being uncomfortable, because growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It means questioning everything. Why do things have to be done this way? Why can't you start that business, move to that city, or chase that dream? The only limits are the ones you accept. And here's the best part. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to post about it or argue with the haters. Just keep your head down, do the work, and let your results speak for themselves. By the time the naysayers notice, you'll already be living the life they said was impossible. Bringing it all together. So, let's recap. To outgrow everyone, you've got to 1. Audit your circle. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you, and distance yourself from those who drag you down. 2. Study the winners. Learn from the habits, mindsets, and strategies of people who are already where you want to be. 3. Execute daily. Take small, consistent actions that compound over time, and protect your focus like it's your superpower. This isn't about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than the version of yourself that's tempted to settle. It's about breaking free from the trap of good enough and building a life that's extraordinary. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait your turn. You just need to start today. So, ThriveBit fam, what's one thing you're going to do today to start outgrowing everyone? Drop it in the comments because I want to hear it. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's keep leveling up together. Until next time, stay hungry, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.